Please be seated. The Parliament has resumed. When we took the break, the member for East End had completed his contribution, and it was indicated that the member for Savannah was rising, and I do recognize the Honorable Parliamentary Secretary and member for Savannah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to offer my contribution to private member motion number 2, 2022-2023, a motion to assert our full support for the Premier and this government. I'd like to say good afternoon to those that are in the gallery and those that are tuned in via radio, TV, YouTube. Mr. Speaker, the PAC government of the Cayman Islands successfully campaigned and won the votes of the people of the Cayman Islands based on the ideology that families build communities and community creates country, which has been the focus of the PAC government since inception. As some of my colleagues will outline in their contribution to this motion, I will not reiterate their input, but will instead mention that I fully support their hard work during the short 18 months that we have been the government of the Cayman Islands, addressing specifically the new programs we have created which provide and improve assistance to individuals and families. Mr. Speaker, as independents, our team encounters a range of issues we are passionate about and determined to resolve. We come from diverse backgrounds and we work in solidarity to achieve our common goals, to improve the lives of our people. I take this opportunity to focus on our involvement and dedication at the constituency level, which demonstrates this government listens, this government cares, and this government delivers. From a district community level, the Savannah Newlands office is fully staffed to assist individuals and families daily with issues ranging from employment placement, scholarships, continuing education opportunities, back-to-school drives, seasonal celebration events, as well as excursion activities for our seniors, elderly welfare assessments, working along with the Department of Children and Family Services, distribution of donations to the needy, housing repairs, hurricane supplies, homelessness, beautification, roadworks, just to name a few. We know that community creates country. In addition, the staff also assists the clients with navigation through specific government systems to source and aid they require. I am truly humbled and overwhelmed by the magnitude of support the residents of our community offer. They rally around each other and truly care about carrying out any requirement necessary to successfully complete the task or project. They volunteer and give tirelessly, which shows without a doubt that community creates country. Our Premier has personally kept the Savannah Newlands office open and staffed for years to ensure the needs of the most vulnerable of our community could be addressed. Mr. Speaker, our Premier goes above and beyond every day. He cares, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, he cares. The PAC government has been and will continue to be of service to our communities. Our young people and mature workers need the opportunity to obtain the skills and training necessary to secure the good jobs along with excellent career opportunities. The PAC government is focusing on transitions in tandem with global advances to partner with educational institutions that provide access to educational programs, hence increasing employment in the technical and vocational sector, as well as addressing the need for an improvement in employment skills. The process ultimately improves the standard and quality of life for our people while reducing unemployment and reliance on the government, which in turn creates independence. This is the underpinning that has been formed and will continue to expand the future successes of these islands, and is another example of how community creates country. The Premier, along with the PAC government, will continue to work with individuals and families in our community to help them access training offered by various educational institutions. We will also assist them to gain training and retraining to access employment opportunities while reducing their reliance on the government. This not only helps the government, but most importantly, develops persons to fulfill their goals and purpose in life by being employed and participating in the economic development that we are so proud of. We will continue to assist our elderly remain independent by providing free transportation to allow them to access shopping and health appointments, which also promotes their confidence and independence, not to mention imperative social interaction. We will continue to provide proper play fields and parks for families to enjoy with their children. We will continue to work with the Department of Children and Family Services to expand the level of services provided to the community and to ensure that family needs are adequately met. Mr. Speaker, since becoming elected in April of 2021, a major accomplishment is to continue the upkeep and beautification of our three beloved islands by strengthening and enforcing the current litter, planning, and environmental laws. I must take this opportunity, Mr. Speaker, at this time to thank the Honourable Minister of Tourism for his full support to this initiative. As his Parliamentary Secretary for Tourism, it is my pleasure to lead this charge. My philosophy, Mr. Speaker, is if each person takes pride in their place of residence by keeping the upkeep of their homes and keeping their properties clean, then we and our visitors all enjoy aesthetically pleasing surroundings. This too exemplifies the heart of what we represent. Community creates country. My motivation as an MP and as a Parliamentary Secretary is to help the people of these three islands live their lives with dignity, to reduce the stress and strain on the elderly, on working mothers, and on young people. Mr. Speaker, I chose to serve decades ago, and I have never stopped serving our community, elected or not elected. People know that if they call me, I respond. People know I'm not here for publicity or self-promotion, and above all, I'm certainly not here for power. I come from a family where we value hard work, humility, and we see it as our responsibility to help make our community stronger. PAC's diversity makes us stronger. Our commitment to peace, prosperity, and our people is unwavering. We're not beholders to paymasters. We're independent and free to act in the best interests of the people of the Cayman Islands. We are committed to making the Cayman Islands even better for this and future generations. I stand here today with pride to thank the people of my community that have given me the opportunity to be a member of a government that puts the needs of the people first over power and self-gratification. Mr. Speaker, supporters are here today to show they stand by us. I thank them. In closing, I encourage all to promote teamwork, stability, and good governance. I am proud of our accomplishments to date as we continue to be enthusiastic about the future of our country. Mr. Speaker, we have been working tirelessly. PAC knows the needs of our people. PAC is working hard to solve the long-standing issues, and I know that with the professional assistance of the civil service, we will move this country forward. We will give people hope, and we will help our small businesses thrive again. Mr. Speaker, I get up every day determined to help as many people as I can, whether working on a solitary task, or on a team. I put our people above publicity shirts and political posturing. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I'd like to take this opportunity to offer my support to our experienced, patient, and capable leader, our Premier. A man who is a visionary, intelligent, accomplished, loyal, hardworking, and dedicated to making the lives of Caymanians stronger. Mr. Speaker, he cares immensely for his people and his country. I stand tall and proud next to him. As I began, it is how I close my contribution today. The focus of the PAC government has been and will continue to be embedded in the conviction that community creates country. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Does any other member wish to speak? Does any other member wish to speak? Does the Honourable Mover wish to wind up the debate?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I too would also like to thank Mr. Wayne Farrington for attending today. Man I most admire. And I want to thank all the members for their support in advance of the vote, Mr. Speaker, on private members' motion number 2, 2223. Let us keep moving forward for the good of these Cayman Islands. I believe this was the right thing to do in showing the country our confidence in the PAC government itself. I ask everyone to continuously pray for this government, and God bless these Cayman Islands. I thank you.
Be it therefore resolved that Parliament does declare full confidence in the government. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those against? The ayes have it. The motion is therefore carried. Madam Clerk.
Private members' motion number 1, 2022 to 2023, motion on lack of confidence in the government, to be moved by the elected member for Georgetown East and seconded by the elected member for Georgetown North.
Is there a mover for this motion? Well, as we can all see, honorable members, the opposition benches are empty, and I shall not make a farce of this House. I will go straight to Standing Order 24, and I think 5. So, is it 24 and 5? Subject to the 24, yes, 24 and subsection 11. If a member does not move a motion or amendment which stands in that member's name when that member is called on, it shall be removed from the order paper unless some other member duly authorized by the member in writing moves it in that member's stead. The opposition benches are empty. Therefore, the presiding officers shall stand by the standing orders. The motion is therefore removed from the order paper. All right. Premier.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise in accordance with Standing Order 24H, 24-9H to
34.
24.
24.
24-9H to move a motion which would, with your permission, I will read the motion.
I shall read it. Standing Order 24, 5, 24, 9, and H, which tells us arising out of any item of business made immediately after the item is disposed of, and therefore the next item is entered upon. Member can move a motion. Honorable Premier.
Mr. Speaker, just for the avoidance of doubt, I will read 24-9 in full. 24-9 reads, the following motions may be made without notice, and then H is arising out of any item of business made immediately after that item is disposed of and before the next item is entered upon. And Mr. Speaker, the motion is for a resolution as follows: that in accordance with section 65(2)(b) of the Constitution, the members of this honorable House do accept your letter of resignation as Speaker dated October 3rd, 2022, with effect from November 30th, 2022.
I think that motion is absolutely clear, and therefore I put the question, all those in favor? For belt and braces sake, does anybody, any member wish to speak? Does any member wish to speak? Does any member wish to speak? If not, I'll put the motion. Honorable Premier.
Just to thank all members for their support, sir. Thank you.
That what I was saying, but let me finally put that question. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those against? The ayes have it. The motion has passed. We do have an addendum or the paper being made, and whilst that is being done, I have notice of a statement by the Deputy Premier, the Honorable Minister of Finance.
Thank you.
Give him permission at this time to do so.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And although you referred to me as the Minister of Finance a while ago, I'm actually standing up in my capacity as Minister with responsibility for labor. Mr. Speaker, and I'm speaking personally at this point because I've not discussed this with my colleagues, but I really have a fundamental problem, Mr. Speaker, accepting the absence of the opposition here today. We have many Caymanian families, Mr. Speaker, that get up every day, they go to work. And yes, Mr. Speaker, there are times working conditions aren't ideal. There are times you have challenges in the workplace with your co-workers, with your managers, with other people, with your bosses. But, Mr. Speaker, our people still show up to work. Having a problem or an issue with somebody is no reason to not show up to work. And you cannot be in the business of representing hard-working, decent people that get up every morning and go to work under conditions that are not necessarily ideal for them. The Caymanian people, Mr. Speaker, goes to work. That is what we do. We do not show up because we don't like a co-worker. We don't show up because we don't like an employee. We don't show up because we don't like where we're sitting. We go to work. And Mr. Speaker, the salaries that members in this honorable parliament get paid is not a small amount compared to the salaries that many families get. And we don't have that luxury. When it's time to work, Mr. Speaker, it's time to work. So, Mr. Speaker, I saw all of this to say I really want to record my disgust as the Minister of Labor for the tens of thousands of people in this country that get up every single morning, face traffic, unfortunately, face challenges, but still go to work to take care of their families. And if you want to represent hard-working, decent people in this country, you need to go to work. That's all I need to say, Mr. Speaker.
Take a brief suspension in order to satisfy our minds on the addendum or the paper.